Welcome back. You're listening to Get Real with Bob and Stacy. You're joining us for our Leaders and Legends segment. And our guest is Liz Lutz of RE/MAX Home Experts in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the show, Liz.
Thanks for having me.
So Liz is a rock star in the real estate world in Philadelphia. What's amazing about Liz is she's been a full-time real estate agent for 3 years. This year, she is so far has closed $15 million in real estate business, almost 50 transactions in the Philadelphia market.
In your third year?
Well, I've been licensed for 5 years and full-time for 3. So I really consider it, 3 years of really running my business.
That's impressive.
So her goal for next year is $1 million in gross commission income, and she's on pace to do it, and just hired a new coach to do it. So today we have Liz with us. Since we have a lot of listeners that are in the real estate business, like, how the heck does somebody go from like 0 to 15 million in such a short amount of time? So first, tell us how the team structure is roughly. How's it run?
So right now we have a full-time assistant, Kathy, and then we have I have a sales associate who takes listings and works with buyers, and that's Christy. And then Lauren is our buyer's agent. And at the end of the year, I'm actually taking Kathy in order to grow. We're basically going to double our business in 2017. And in order to do that, I need another staff member. So my husband is going to quit his full-time job.
Wow.
And he is going to join us, and we're splitting Kathy's administrative role into, she's going to get the marketing piece of it, and he's going to do the transaction piece of it and run the one thing that I am excited to hand over, which is the financials, because I told my coach a long time ago, I just want to meet with people and sell houses and, have parties.
Right.
Can I just do that? And she said, yeah, you can do that. We just got to find somebody to do all the other stuff. So that's what I've been doing. And I'm really excited about 2017 to just be focusing on those couple activities.
That's excellent.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's go back to 3 years ago. You're going in it full time. Like, what kind of classes did you take? Did you hire a coach right away? How did you start building?
Well, I had been working as a recruiter for an office in the suburbs, and it was not exactly what I signed up to do. And when I got my license, I had been kind of dabbling in the business, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to hire a coach. So my first year of real estate, I sold 2 homes. One was my own, and I hired a coach, and then I've basically doubled my business ever since. So I coach with the Tom Ferry organization, and I think that coaching is one of the best ROIs you can do for your business, because you're basically investing in yourself. And I love that Ben Franklin quote, the best investment you can make is in yourself.
Yes. So I was with Liz last night, and we were chatting, and she said, I just made a bold move and increased my coaching and got even a better coach, a more expensive coach. But her mindset was, I know that if I double my coaching, I'll double my business. And that's an awesome mindset to have.
Yeah, absolutely. I was looking at the goals, and usually when I do my business plan, I do it in late October, early November, because that's just to stay ahead of the curve. And when I looked at my business plan, I started to have some serious anxiety about the numbers, and I 120 sales is a big number. And I look at it as more like I can help 120 people. And that's how I look at my goals. But when I looked at that number, I said, oh my God, I don't have what I need to do that. And I just knew in my gut, and I've gotten really good at trusting my gut over the years. And I knew that I needed somebody at a higher level to take me to a higher level. So I just brought on Debbie Holloway from the Tom Ferry organization to help me achieve that goal.
That's awesome. All right, let's talk a little bit about first your morning routine, because we were at a game last night, and she's like, all right, I got to go soon. I have a 5 a.m. check-in I have to do. So what the heck is the 5 a.m. check-in? What is your morning routine for business and life?
Now, the morning routine is something I've always struggled with. And recently I've made a commitment to get up at 5 a.m. And it was inspired by a book that an old knife buddy wrote, Hal Elrod, The Miracle Morning. Have you read that?
Yes.
We've actually had him on the show, and
He's
I
awesome,
started getting
isn't
up
he?
early because of him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I had my team read the book, and I still wasn't really getting up early. For whatever reason, I talked myself out of it. So there's a group of people that we get together. It's called 5 Minutes at 5 a.m., and everybody checks in the call at 5 a.m. One person moderates the call for 5 minutes for the entire week. And it's just, whatever they want to talk about, what book they're reading, inspiration. And anyways, so got on the call this morning, got up, did a little exercise at the hotel I was staying in. So make sure that I get some movement in. And then I do my affirmations, which are very important to me and I've been doing for a while. And I write a little bit of gratitude in the morning. And even if I don't have time to write it, I just think, okay, I love my husband. I love my baby. I love my home. I'm so grateful for spending the time with Stacy and all the amazing women yesterday. And just to think about all the wonderful things that we have in our life, I think that's very important.
So can you give us an example of some of the daily affirmations that you do?
Okay. I can't just do one. I have to do the whole series.
All right,
go.
go.
Okay. I am a miracle magnet. The right people show up in my life at the right time. I attract honest, realistic, motivated clients. Everywhere I look, there's another perfect client I can serve. I serve people powerfully and am rewarded abundantly for my efforts. I am a money magnet. Large sums of money flow easily and effortlessly to me. Everywhere I look, there's another opportunity. Everything I touch turns to gold. Oh my goodness, I just got off track. Sorry. I am a transformational leader. I make a difference in the lives of others. I help my team hit their number one goal, and they in turn help me hit mine. Everywhere I look, there's another opportunity to serve others. I am on track for hitting $1 million in GCI in 2017, and everything I do creates that perfect end result. I now demand my conscious and unconscious mind to deliver me to a state of abundance. Yeah!
That's awesome.
Do you have that memorized?
There are more, but for the sake of time, I cut some out.
How long did it take you to memorize that?
I don't know. I started writing them down, and they've changed. They morph. And sometimes I say different things, like if I'm going into the listening presentation, I say, they're going to want to hire me because I'm the best agent in the marketplace, and I'll pump myself up.
Do you find it makes a difference? Because I do. I absolutely find it makes a difference.
Like I'm a crazy person, and like it absolutely does. But and I've said stuff like I've had people in the car with me on the way to a listening presentation, like, let me shadow you, and I'm sitting here in the car. I'm like, I'm the best agent in the marketplace. I'm the best, and they're like, okay, and it works. It really
turns
does.
into confidence, and people are attracted to people that are confident.
Well, any self-development book you read will tell you that it's not who you are now, it's who you become in the process. And if you start with I am statements, I am this, and maybe you're not there yet, it's a little uncomfortable at first, but once you repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, you're literally repeating, I think it's like a neural path in your brain. You're strengthening that neural path in your brain, and then all of a sudden you become it. So if I go back to 3 years ago when I started doing my affirmations and read what they were to what they are now, it's,
Right.
4 times as much
Right.
as what I was doing before.
And a lot of it goes all the way back to Think and Grow Rich, which I know you're a big
Yes.
fan of, Stacey.
Yes.
It's training your subconscious not to drag you down is basically what it is.
And I love that book. I've read that book, I think, about 5 times.
Oh, I love
now.
it too.
Yeah.
I actually have some of his affirmations that I read every night before I go to bed. I've been doing it for years. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So one of the things that's really awesome. So we're at the end of a year, and the smart agents right now are thinking about what things can I do to potentially generate business this year or for next year. And one of the things I love that you are doing, like, take us through the whole food drive, what you did last year, how you're changing it this year, and how it potentially also generates business.
Okay, first off, I live in Philly. I love door knocking in the wintertime. Door knocking to talk to owners when it snows and people are home is like my favorite thing to do.
Wow.
It's a great idea.
Nobody else does it. And at the end of the day, agents stop working around the holidays. And I'm going to take advantage of that, because if you stop working, then your spring is delayed. And I believe the spring actually starts right after the Super Bowl. And the people that are going to get the multiple offers are going to be the people that get on the market like that weekend of the Super Bowl. So what I've done is I've decided that I want to give back to the community, and I want to reach out to the people in the neighborhoods that I work. And this year, I am doing my second annual food drive. Last year, it was just thrown together. And when I say thrown together, I literally had 500 pounds of food in my car for the weekend because I didn't realize the Phil Abundance food deliver, the collection office was closed. So I was riding around with 500 food, my tire light was on. It was ridiculous. And then, so this year I'm a little more organized. We actually have a U-Haul truck. The whole process of this is very simple. We're just promoting to all the local businesses that we're doing this. We have flyers, we have mailers, we have full page ad in the neighborhood newsletter that we advertise in, and we're door knocking with. So we knock on the doors and say, hey, we're doing a food drive. Just wanted to let you know. And by the way, have you had any thoughts of selling? And usually they say no, or sometimes they say yes, and then you start a conversation. But sometimes they say no, and you say, okay, well, you're curious what your home's worth, and you just have a conversation with them and get real face to face. And I think a lot of agents, they're relying too much on the internet, and where you can really make an impact on the community is being belly to belly, face to face, and just to be yourself. And so we'll door knock with bags the week before, and then we'll pick up the week after. We have a U-Haul truck with huge banners on either side of the U-Haul truck, and we're going to park that out for 3 days just so we can get some more free advertising. I mean, it's really like $30 a day to rent a U-Haul, and we're going to park that by the park just to raise awareness. And I'm really excited about what we're going to achieve, because last year I did it thinking, I don't know if anybody's going to participate, and then I was like, oh crap, this was bigger than I thought it would be. Right. And then so this year our goal is we're doing 2 neighborhoods and side by side neighborhoods, and we're doing our goal is to raise 2,000 pounds of food.
So a full ton of food.
Oh, that is a full ton. I didn't even think about that. I just knew that I wanted to quadruple what I did last year.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's amazing. So giving back while also marketing to the community. And I mean, it's huge that you're going out door knocking. We were talking earlier, and even I know you have a lead program that you, a consumer can go on to a platform in order to get a CMA. And you said that you have an assistant that prepares the CMA, first of all, and that you hand deliver it.
In my farm, if it's an area that I want to work. If it's an area I don't want to work, I'm not as excited about, let's say. I'm not going to turn down a client. But if it's in the area that I'm really excited about and a price point that I'm really excited about, I knock on that door and I hand deliver it. And I do it on a Saturday and Sunday. And it's just, getting face to face again with the client.
Right. Oh, that's awesome. When you go out to do the door knocking to drop off the bags for people to make the donations, how many houses do you go to?
Last year we went to 500.
Oh my!
But I get everybody involved.
Okay, so it's not just you.
It's not just me.
Okay.
Now,
right,
a lot of times it is just me because, at the end of the day, you're accountable to yourself. But, it's Christy, her husband, my husband. It'll be Lauren, and he had his kids out last year, door knocking, and it's the cutest thing. And he's like, "Daddy, let's get this door." It's just really fun. And I had Julius was a little baby, and he'll be 15 months, or he'll be, well, I guess 17 months when we go out this time, and I'll take him out. And it's also saying, like, yeah, I sell real estate, but I'm actually, a person. I have kids too. I want to support the community. I want to do good things for our community and give back. And I think it's a go-giver mentality. When you start to give first, people see that and they want to give you something back. So, and then after we collect the food, we have a little item on there where they can fill it out for a tax-deductible receipt, so we can collect their information to add to our newsletter. And then in addition to that, we will give a gift. And last year we just partnered with a mortgage company. We gave a little magazine that they had, which was branded, but that's a throwaway. So I was like, what can we keep or do this year that will keep? So this year we're doing these little roll mat cutting boards that have branded
Nice.
Liz Lutz team. So just as a thank you for donating, and then we'll also follow up and send letters to everyone that donated and thank them for their donations and let them know the results.
Excellent.
That's awesome. So we only have a couple minutes left. Talk for a minute about the Women's Powwow group that you have in Philadelphia, why that was created, how does that potentially impact your business?
Well, I was listening to something a long time ago that says, and this is part of Think and Grow Rich, that you are the average of the income of the people that you spend your time with. And there were 5 ladies in particular that I really admired but never really got to hang out with that were business owners in Philadelphia. And that's where it started. And I went to those 5 women and said, look, I want to start a group of just female business owners. And we get together every 2 months. And it's grown really organically over the last 2 years. It's just, the rule is you have to be female, you have to own a business, you have to want to grow and share, and you have to bring a bottle of wine.
Awesome.
And if you can do those things, you can come. Some people come just once and we never see them again, but they stay involved in the Facebook group. We have over 100 members now. And some come every single time, and some come when they can. Everyone leaves feeling inspired, and it's a soft sell. Like, they know I sell real estate, but I'm here to help them grow their business and share my ideas and my marketing. And when you can get so many people with like-minded thinking in the room, magical things can happen. And there have been businesses that have grown out of that. There have been partnerships made. And actually, real estate-wise, I was able to take my average price point and go from $250 to $410. And I think a lot of those higher-priced homes were because of this group.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's amazing.
That really is.
Well, we are at the end of our time. For anybody listening, if they want to reach out or stay in touch, how do they get a hold of you?
So the best email to get me on is liz@lizlutz.com. Don't say the name too fast. Something might slip out. And then my website is phillyestates.com. And that's if you're looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate in the greater Philadelphia area. And I also do have my international license. So if you're ever curious about that, please reach out.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us on the show, Liz.
Thank you. Amazing.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
That's all for this edition of Get Real. Join us again next weekend for more.